Hello. I don't know if anybody's listening, so I'm live on my 4th live podcast in Apple Podcasts and Spotify and so on. So I'm driving on I-75 heading towards Tennessee, passing by Georgia, and we're coming from Florida. Right now we are somewhere near, I forgot the name of the place. I just passed the sign, I couldn't read it, it's too dark. Anyhow, so we're driving. My husband is falling asleep, and I have to do something to keep him awake. So I decided to make this podcast because that way I can talk and he listens to me and stay awake. So this is the first time that I go to Tennessee, but I've driven through this route, I-75 and I-95 before, heading from Florida to New York, which is like a 24-hour drive. So I'm kind of familiar with the long drive. It's not that bad actually, but it's giving me a terrible anxiety because we are having an issue with a flat tire. We fixed it. We got a tire fix kit on a gas station store, but I think we're gonna need to replace it. But so far it's doing good. And so far my anxiety is controlled, even though for moments I'm getting really upset about all of this. But I like the travel. It's just that it's kind of late. I'm falling asleep and I cannot fall asleep. I have to stay awake. So it's a bit upsetting, but it's okay. It's part of life, and we always have to be positive and always think the positive things, so that way that we attract good things and positive outcomes.
Absolutely.
Right, honey?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so good. I really like having him on as a guest on my podcast. My first guest ever, Moses. What do you think about my podcast?
Oh, it's amazing.
You know that I'm going to be sharing it all over the different podcast platforms that I have.
Right.
One of them is the Apple Podcast. The other one is going to be the Spotify Podcast.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and so on. And I think at iHeartRadio you have a podcast section, so I might share it there. And so if you guys have anything to say, any comment, anybody's listening, because I'm live, I'm kind of like don't see much of answers or comments or anything like that, unless this has a section for it, but I'm kind of new to it. So any advice will be very, very helpful, so I can kind of like start getting more familiar with podcasts and how to edit and create better videos. So any advice will be very, very helpful and very appreciated. Very much appreciated. So I'm still recording and still live. It's being about 10 minutes of recording. That means 10 minutes less towards our destination. So if you hear all that noise, it's the trucks driving by, because at this time it looks like the trucks likes to take their routes, do the routes, and there's a lot of trucks. I think I've seen close to 100 trucks tonight on the road, but it's good because just trucks, not many cars. The streets are kind of clear, so it's a good and smooth drive. And hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully we get to solve that tire issue that's getting me anxiety again. But we are doing good. This is a good trip, and I'm very excited about it. Wish us luck. A lot of prayers, please. We appreciate any prayers. Because I don't know, I don't feel comfortable doing long drives, so kind of getting a bit worried about it. But I hope everything's gonna come out really good, and we're all gonna have fun and enjoy our family trip and family mini vacation. So there's not much to say tonight. I wish I could see the comments like when you do a Facebook Live. I honestly don't know how do you do that on the podcast. So any info, again, please let me know. And let me try to one effect here real quick. Don't laugh. This is something I'm trying because I'm experimenting with this app. Let's see what this does, okay? Well, I guess I'll hear it later on when I hear the recorded playback, because I couldn't hear what this little icon did. It looks like it's some smiley face, some laugh. I thought it would laugh or have some clap effect, but nothing. So I'm going to try the next one. It's more like a cheering effect. See if it sounds. It's not sounding either. Probably it's not working, or I'm not doing it right. No, I don't hear what it says. So anyhow, I'm gonna cut this podcast. I'll do the episode 5 later on, because it's starting to rain. And we still have about close to 6 hours to our destination. So I'm gonna cut this for a little bit and kind of like see if I can edit it or something. But again, please leave me a comments, any advice on how to improve the podcast and how to edit it, because I really would love to learn a bit more about this. This is sort of like an experiment for me, but I really enjoy talking to people and having conversations about different situations, especially situations that give us anxiety and how to cope with it and control it. I think that's very beneficial for a lot of people out there, and for me too, for myself too. All right, well, you guys have a good night or good morning, whatever you are. And this is the end of episode 4, my 4th live episode ever. Good night and good morning. Bye-bye.